So today I'm going to show you how to pull data out of reports from the extension data portal. This could be useful if you want to share data or if you want to analyze it or summarize some information that you've drilled down on. So we're going to start on the home page here, looking at the OSU Extension Data Portal dashboard. So this is your summary of current year events. The first thing you're going to want to do is click refresh, so you see the latest data. And once you have it updated, you'll see the current date and time. Michelle has let me use her account as an example, so we've got some test information here. Once we have it refreshed, I'm just going to export an image of this dashboard if I want to share this with someone. So next to the refresh button is the drop-down arrow, and that lets you click download. And downloading from a dashboard will just get you an image, so you have a nice quick summary of all your events and hours spent in the current year. Now let's say you want a list of your extension teaching. So in the bottom left here is my extension teaching report. And if we want to pull this out, we need to view the report itself, not the dashboard. So I'm going to click the View Report Extension Teaching Report link in the bottom left of the report widget. And now we'll see it's the same report, but it's in a bigger format. And to the far right here, there's a subscribe button and then another drop down. And this is where I can click export to pull the data out. For this example, I'm going to use a formatted report. So this will include headers, groupings, filters, and I can just leave it as is because that's the default and click export. Now in your downloads, you should have an Excel file, which once you open it, you can see it looks a lot like the report. And it also has information about when you pulled it, so you have that reference. If you want to edit it, you just need to click Enable Editing, and now you can copy and paste things or print this, whatever you want to do with it. It will have a list of all your data for extension teaching. And these are events where you've checked the box and said, I will be teaching or I taught. They will all show up on here. So now we're going to move to the reports page. So I'm going to open up the reports tab by clicking reports on the top navigation. And this is the overview of all extension events, not just mine. And for the example, I'm going to say I want to look at Area 1 and 2024 data only, and I'm going to dig down into program area and category by county. So the first thing I need to do is set my filters. So up here under geographical area, I'm going to click the drop down and set it to =1. So this is Area 1. Next, I'm going to change the program year from all to =2024. And once that refreshes, you'll see the number's gone down to 180 events from that thousands of events before. Now I want to dig into program category, so I'm going to scroll down and find the educational events by program category report. There's 81 events here. To look at these details, I'm going to again click on the link in the bottom left of the chart area that says View Report, All Programs with Educational Events. I can see the data behind that chart. And if I want to make sure I know what's going on here, I can look at the filters that are being applied. So in the top right menu, there is a funnel icon that says filters. If I click on it, it will show me what's being included. So it's showing all programs, all time. The status is active, so it's not including canceled events. And it's including educational events and individual instruction. So this is not including promotional or operational events, just the educational ones. And then I can see the filters I applied on that last page. So area =1 and year =2024. I can close the filters by clicking the funnel again. Up top, you have a summary of what's being shown. So there's that 81 total records that was in the chart before. So now I want to export this. I'm going to go up to the top right, click the drop down, click export. And this time I'm going to do details only so that I get more of a spreadsheet type, not a report summary. And I'm going to leave as an Excel format with the encoding as is, but you can change it to XLSX or CSV if you'd like. Now again, I'll have an Excel file in my downloads. When you open this, you'll probably get an error message because it's an older version of Excel file, that XLS. But I know where it came from, I trust it, so I'm going to click yes to open it anyway. And then again, I'm going to click Enable Editing. So you can see here, I have a summary of events with high-level categories they're in, like program name, program area. So this table already comes with a filter applied to it. So if I want to see one county, I can click on the drop-down by the county header. And then, for example, click Fulton and click OK. And now I'm just seeing the events in 2024 in Fulton County that are currently in the system. Now, let's say I want a summary. I'm going to clear that filter that I just applied and do a quick pivot table. So I'm going to click any cell in the data, hold down the Control key on my keyboard and hit the A key. That's going to select everything. You could also just kind of drag over it to select everything. But Control A is the shortcut. Next, I'm going to go to the Insert tab and click Pivot Table. So it will already be populated with that area I selected. And I'm going to leave it as New Worksheet. That's where our pivot table will appear. So I'll just click OK. I have a pivot table. And now I want to add fields to it. So I want to summarize based on program area. So I can drag it down into my rows column. You can also just check the box, and Excel will generally be smart enough to know where you want it. So if I check category, now I have a summary of program areas and then the categories that programs are grouped into. And then I want to look at total participants and contact hours. So when I check those, it'll bring them by default into the values and find sums of them. So I can see total participants and total contact hours by program category. The last thing I'm going to do is drag in county. Oop, not that one. So I'm going to remove that field. Sometimes dragging is not good on my computer. We'll try this. So I'm going to click county. I want it in filters, not in... Oh, come on, mouse. There we go. So if your mouse is not stubborn, that will be much easier. But I now have county in the filters box. So I can choose a county from here. I'll do Fulton again, for example. Click OK. And now I have a summary of Fulton County, total participants and contact hours currently in the system. And I can look at all the different counties in Area 1 and get a quick summary.